Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. A lot of people asking about the NBA playoffs. Today, May 16th, LeBron James making headlines for wearing a Celtics t-shirt, who the Cavaliers will be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. As I said when the playoffs began, the Eastern Conference Finals would be Boston and Cleveland. It was foreshadowed for certain on Easter Sunday with the Cleveland and Boston shooting stories. Both fictitious propaganda, both tributes to the NBA playoffs. Go back and watch my video on what I exposed. In the Western Conference Finals, it was all easily seen by the numbers that it would be Spurs and Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. All things I talked about. No surprises here. If the riddle continues, we should get part 3 of the Warriors and Cavs. So what we're going to talk about in this video is why LeBron is trolling, as the media puts it, with the Celtics t-shirt. There's something to it. They compare it to when he wore the Ultimate Warriors t-shirt. I have an older video on this we're going to review. We'll also talk about the Celtics finishing the third quarter with a big run, finishing the third quarter with 85 points in Boston, the city that's won the most basketball championships in the NBA, 17. NBA in Gematria sums to 17. Boston equals 85 like basketball. The name Curry equals 85, one of the stars of the league. And we'll also talk about what's so perfect about Game 2 between the Warriors and Spurs with Kawhi Leonard out on today's date. So let's go right here with the trolling. They're saying LeBron James is trolling again with his t-shirts. LeBron James had a rather interesting shirt choice on Tuesday, showing up to a media appearance donning, they're calling him the Don, the Godfather, donning a St. Vincent St. Mary Fighting Irish shirt, his high school alma mater, with a logo patterned around the luck of the leprechaun, much like his next playoff opponent, the Boston Celtics. But this leprechaun had a halo over its head. R.I.P. Celtics title hopes, maybe? You know, anyone who would look at this would just go, that's the Boston Celtics. But let's not forget, Boston, Catholic city, the NBA, controlled by the Catholics. So many Jesuit high school players, coaches, colleges, including Curry and LeBron. So anyway, they had the number 23 on there. They call him King James. Notice the gematria of troll, king, and symbol. LeBron James, a symbol of a man. Troll 23, king 23, symbol 23. Number 23 right beneath the leprechaun that will remind anyone of the Celtic symbol. So then the reporting continues. Oh, come on. This is a coincidence, right? Probably. I mean, come on, has LeBron James worn this shirt since he was in high school? He wears it the day before the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics, and then the media suggests it's just a coincidence. This is something I've talked about the whole time my channel's been here. The media conditions people to the word coincidence into thinking of things as coincidence. I call it coincidence programming. I call the average American a coincidence theorist. They explain everything as coincidence. They dismiss all obvious truth with the word coincidence. We're going to talk about the gematria of the word coincidence a little bit later. Here they talk about Ultimate Warrior. Real coincidence with the Ultimate Warrior's death in this t-shirt, which we're going to get to. You know? And that's why they want you to think coincidence. Ultimate Warrior died tragically at a time when no one expected it. I'm going to show you how his death was synced up perfectly with LeBron James winning the championship and wearing this t-shirt. It's sick. The Boston Celtics mascot, which is pretty much the same thing, is named Lucky the Leprechaun. Gematria of 89, just like King James. Remember LeBron James. The Don, the Godfather. One on Father's Day. The real King James's birthday. The Warriors lost with 89 points. The game was tied 89-89 for a while. At the end of that game, Kyrie hit a big three. Then LeBron added a free throw, 93-89. This trolling also comes on May 16th, 16/5. Cleveland, 165. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Naismith created American basketball. And by the way, again, NBA equals 17. Mason 17. Ohio's the 17th state. The Cavs were the 17th team to join the NBA, and the Celtics have the most championships with 17. The Lakers next was 16. Put those two together, 33. NBA Finals equals 33, Bird 33, Magic 33, Massachusetts 33. So here's the Ultimate Warrior stuff. Ultimate Warrior died April 8th, 8/4. He died 804 days before LeBron James won the championship over the Warriors. This is the death of the Ultimate Warrior. LeBron wore the Ultimate Warrior t-shirt after he won. 804 days later. If you write out 84, it sums to 804. They call LeBron the Godfather after last year's finals where he won on Father's Day. Godfather equals 84. United States of America equals 84. The author George Orwell was a member of the Fabian Society. He wrote the book 1984. The Fabian Society established 1884. That nation was a warning for us as a people about a military state ruled over by tyrants where the people were all kept in check with fear and pacified with gambling and alcohol and sports. The word coincidence equals 84. Coincidence. The word that we're conditioned to make our religion essentially in America. Almost everyone, this is what they believe in. Their God is coincidence. Everything in this world is coincidence. Coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. And they're always told by their media masters that that's what it is. It's coincidence. So check out, there's more. The Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior in Gematria sums to 203. Lose the 0. You're right at 23. LeBron James number. His birth name, James Bryan Hellwig, equals 168 like Cleveland Cavaliers. His name, the small way, 78, just like Cleveland. 78. Cleveland, the first team to win an NBA Finals on the road since 78 in a Game 7 closeout game. And by the way, NBA Finals has gematria of 78 as well as 33, like Cleveland's 33. The Cavs were the 33rd team to be down 3-1, the first ever to come back. As I said they would, as I guaranteed they would. All part of the scripted narrative. Down 3-1, LeBron was 31. The word basketball equals 31. He was born on June 16th as well, which in leap years is the 168th day of the year, like his name, like Cleveland Cavaliers. That's Ultimate Warrior, who died on 8/4, 804 days before the Godfather won on Father's Day. The coincidence. Also, the date he died, a date with 46 numerology, Ultimate Warrior. The Cavs were in their 46th season last year. In the King James Bible, LeBron James, King James, went on the real King James' birthday. In the King James Bible, Psalm 46 leaves 666 remaining chapters. Remember, the NBA Finals equals 666 like basketball game in Sumerian Gematria. 666 chapters after Psalm 46. The beast rules for 42 months in Revelation. The beast, the number of the beast is 666. LeBron James equals 42. He was the first player to go to 6 straight finals since 66. For some of those, he was wearing number 6 with Miami. Remember? Bill Russell, the last player to do it. Bill Russell, 42, like LeBron James, 42. The beast rules for 42 months. LeBron equals 66. LeBron James equals 66. Revelation about the beast ruling for 42 months, the 66th book of the Bible. 42 months equals 66. It's deep, truth seeker. LeBron James, he's not any ordinary man. He was bred to be this thing that he is. Levi's Stadium is also where Ultimate Warrior died, or not where he died, but where he last performed before he died. Levi's Stadium 46. He won WrestleMania 31 there. LeBron was 31, came back from 3-1. LeBron, King. Again, go over here on this calculator. You can see what I mean. LeBron's 33 like Cleveland, also 66. LeBron James also 66. Number of the beast, 66. The verse begins, here was wisdom. And then it talks about 666. Here was wisdom 66 from the 66th book. 42 months 66. You see? If you write out 66, what's a trip? Is it sums to 49? And we're talking about Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. You see? It's all very well thought out. LeBron James is just a part of something that's been going on for a very long time. So, another note. Celtics, last night, they go on a big run, get up lead at the end of the third quarter, and then win out in the fourth quarter. At the end of the third quarter, the score was 79-85. There was no more scoring after this point. They put up this stat, 13-3 run, last 340 after they went up with 85 points. Again, Boston in basketball, 85. Boston in basketball, also 22. If you use the S exception, both Boston and basketball are 31. When the game was tied, it was 79-79. When the Celtics were coming back, 79 is the 22nd prime number, taking us back to Boston and basketball. As for the 13-3 run, think about it. They were closing out the team from Washington, D.C. There's been these parallels with JFK and Trump. JFK, the Kennedys from Massachusetts, where Boston is. 13-3, that's a lot like 133. White House, President 133. You can go back a year and a half ago, the first night of the Fox debate, there were headlines like this going on. Donald Trump makes his 133rd appearance on Fox tonight. Trump, 133rd richest man in the nation. All sorts of stuff like this going on during the campaign, and I kept saying, does this mean they're going to put Trump in the White House? Is this what they're trying to tell us? Well, we don't need to ask that anymore. But now what you can understand is all of this stuff is so scripted together that this is even part of the ritual. Donald Trump, his whole phony presidency, which will end in a disaster as planned, all symbolic, all part of the show. It's even being told to us in the basketball show. The Wizards from D.C. getting closed out by the Celtics. You see? And with regard to this final score, 115-105, Trump, part of the 115th Congress, he is the 58th winner of the 58th presidential election. When you write out 58, it sums to 115. When you write out Steve Ray, it sums to 115. For the 58th presidential inauguration of Trump, they hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray. These numbers are like peas in a pod. Donald Trump announced his presidency from the 58-story Trump Tower. With regards to this tribute of the Wizards getting closed out in Game 7 by Massachusetts, the land of JFK, remember, JFK assassination equals 187, killed in the 187th year of the nation's existence. Donald Trump had his GOP convention July 18th. 18/7, like 187, exactly 187 days before Inauguration Day. George Washington equals 187, Washington, D.C. 187. George Washington died by the numbers too. I got an old President's Day video on it. Anyhow, JFK was also the 44th term president. Number of destruction, termination. Game 7 has the gematria 44. Trump's number 45, but only the 44th person to be president. Game 7 tribute, D.C., Massachusetts. Game 7 also has the gematria of 152 like Pennsylvania, land of Philadelphia, the original nation's capital, Pennsylvania Avenue. The Warriors, originally from Philadelphia, the old capital. Kevin Durant, born in D.C., joined the Warriors on July 4th. See my video on it. It's all a big tribute to the nation. We were talking about 84. Durant equals 84. Like United States of America, 84, joined on the nation's birthday, 7-4, plus a whole lot more. So also, tonight, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Warriors just had the big scripted comeback. Huge tribute to the acquisition of Kevin Durant on July 4th. Kevin Durant and Curry combined for 74 points. Steph Curry's mother was in attendance. It was Mother's Day. Sonia equals 74. Steph Curry is born on Pi Day, March 14th, 3/14, 3.14, the number for pi, from July 4th to Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals where they scored 74 points, 314 days. Been talking about Steph Curry and pi for a long time. The people who've encoded the mathematics into our language and our alphabet, who run these rituals by the numbers as tributes, which is what pro sports are, 100%, they're the Freemasons. And tonight, we're going to see more of it. Tonight is the perfect night for a Game 2 between the Warriors and Spurs. Today's date, May 16th, 2017, 58 date numerology. And look at this. Golden State, Oakland, San Antonio, Freemasons, Secret Society, and a million other things relevant to Masonry are 58. Kawhi Leonard also equals 58. The name Leonard alone's 33. When Kawhi Leonard went out in Game 1, the Warriors won, outscoring the Spurs 58-33 with him being out. The word 2 also has gematria 58. Here we are, Game 2. And on the same day as that game, they retired Derek Jeter's jersey, number 2. Jeter, 58, just like 2. Check it out. Oakland, 58. Golden State, 58. San Antonio, 58. Kawhi Leonard, 58. And notice Kawhi Leonard's also the same as Warriors, big part of the ritual. If you just do Leonard, it's 33. 33. Outscored 58-33 in the scripted NBA, where the entire game, everything about it, is managed the entire way through. And how are they doing it? I'm telling you, they're doing it with technology. It's the only way to ensure what they're doing. And I've been documenting what they're doing for years. If you go and look at everything I've done, the only conclusion anyone could ever have with the brain is that they're using technology to ensure scores. And if you think that's crazy, look at the Harlem Globetrotters. Those guys do miracles with the basketball. Now you know how. It's technology. Technology. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Encore. Almost forgot this last important piece. Last year in the playoffs, LeBron James got flack for wearing an Undertaker t-shirt right after the Orlando shooting. Remember that at the Pulse nightclub? Notice the tweet time. This was in the mainstream media, 1:17. He's wearing the Undertaker t-shirt. I talked about this last year, got a video from it, June 2016. Undertaker equals 117, like the Godfather, what they were calling LeBron, like Golden State Warriors, like Ohio. Last year we didn't know the reverse gematria, so we didn't know about Golden State Warriors, but we were talking about this last summer. Then this year, LeBron James, opening night, October 25th, 2016, a date with 71 numerology, the first night of the 71st season of the NBA. LeBron James blew out the Knicks 117-88 with The Undertaker in the building, who just lost in WrestleMania 33. That same night, the Cavs won by 29. The Warriors lost by 29 points to the Spurs. Ohio equals 29. Steph Curry, LeBron James, both born in Akron, Ohio. Just like Nate Thurmond, who died last year 27 days after Game 7 when LeBron scored 27. You remember that? It's all murder by numbers. It's all ritual. The Dawn, The Undertaker, The Godfather. Think about it, Truth Seeker. Until next time. Double encore. Just noticed something. LeBron's high school mascot named the Fighting Irish sums to 89. Just like Lucky the Leprechaun for the Celtics, just like King James. How perfect. Until next time.